Alright, welcome to another video, and this time I'm going to basically just give you a quick rundown of how I'm going to be setting up Space Quest 3 for the playthrough that I'm going to be doing here soon. So to give you a quick overview, basically when you buy this game on GOG.com, they have it packaged to run with ScumVM. And initially I was trying to use it with ScumVM, but the opening I guess you should say the intro basically, it would get to a point where the robot things, robots, they would zoom in on your escape pod, and as soon as they zoomed in on the escape pod, this little low hum would be heard in the background, and it wouldn't go away, it would just stay there. Now, once again, keep in mind I'm using an actual real hardware MT-32, so this may be an issue with ScumVM not using it properly. So, and ScumVM was using the hardware MT-32, but then it would just get stuck on that note and just keep sitting there humming when it should have been quiet after a period of time. So anyway, one of the nice things about using ScumVM is the fact that it does automatically do the whole digitized voice along with the MT-32 sound. So I'm not certain if it's a problem with ScumVM's implementation of how it's emulating the environment so you can run the DOS game, or if it's an issue with the hardware MT-32. So anyway, I did a little more research into it, and when I try running Space Quest 3 via DOSBox, that humming, it cuts off when it's supposed to. So the DOSBox environment is actually better for doing the sound in the game, at least as far as a hardware MT-32 is concerned. So I did a little research online, because if you use just the MT-32 driver for sound, you don't get the digitized speech. And so I just want to do this quick video to show you where I found this driver called MT-Blast, which, as it says right here in the description, combines the MT-32 and the SoundBlaster sounds. So this web page here at Vogons, the guy has an MT-Blast 7-zip file that you can download, and I've already extracted it into my Space Quest 3 folder, but I'll just go ahead and bring it up for you. So you see here you have mtblast.drv, and you have all these sounds, which are actually quite a bit more sounds than what it lists here in his post. So that's cool. So anyway, I just basically extracted all that directly into the folder. In this case, my folder is called SQ3. Now, I want to show you one quick thing. Here's the default configuration. This is designed for an EGA monitor and a PC speaker. And as you can tell, the first two drivers, you see EGA 320 and STD, which I wonder if that meant something, different back then than what we consider nowadays when we hear that abbreviation. Moving on. So the resource.config file here is the one you want to modify so that you can actually use the correct driver. So if you'll notice, for sound you have the STD, which is for PC speaker. You also have this SNDblast.driver for SoundBlaster, the MT-32 driver for just MT-32, and then you have the new MT-Blast.drv. And also you have this MCGA 320, which is a better video driver that you can also use, which I believe by default it was set for that. And yeah, there was no VGA driver, just so you can see there. So yeah, the video driver is set to MCGA 320. I'm not really sure if it's going to be that big of an improvement over EGA, but you might as well turn that on if it's not already set by default. And then you just change your sound driver to mtblast.drv, and you save this file, and then basically, assuming you've got your DOSBox environment set up to basically use MT-32. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you. Now keep in mind this is a little bit different since I'm running on Linux. But for instance with DOSBox X, you can actually use this nice little configuration tool rather than going into the text file. So right here the MIDI, you just put the port. So on Linux it listed a little bit differently, so for me it's 20:0, and I just left that at default. MPU401 is intelligent, and then basically this will automatically direct it to my MT-32. Now if you've seen any of my videos for Wing Commander, you'll see how to find the port on a Windows based system, whether or not you're using an actual MT-32 or if you're using the MUT emulator for MT-32 sound. But anyway, however you go about doing that, I definitely recommend you use the MT-Blast driver so that you can get the best quality sound possible, because if you just listen to the couple of videos I have where you compare the MT-32 sound to the SoundBlaster, it's just a night and day difference of how much better the MT-32 sounds. So definitely that's how I would set it up, is by using one way of getting the MT-32 music going. And I didn't really make any changes, so I'm just going to close this. But yeah, that's all I had to do to get everything up and running as far as MT-32 sound with the actual digitized voices. So anyway, that was it for this setup video. Next one we'll actually get to playing the game. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to y'all later.